Hi, thanks for coming on. Andy with you here on Friday, June the 18th. Right, okay, let's get straight into it. I've got plenty of bets this weekend, believe it or not. I think there is some value about, not so much in the outrights, but in some other bets, and we will come to that at the end. Right, let's start with the first game tomorrow, Hungary-France. Hungary got an 11% chance of winning this game. Excuse me, they're 8-1. Sorry, I've put them in at 8-1. 11s is available, 3 points in it, but 11%, it's not for me. 17% chance of draw, there's nothing in that. And France, 72% is the highest rating I've given anybody so far at this tournament. I think France look absolute certs. Right, let's look at the next game, Portugal-Germany. Really interesting fixture. This is a game I've been through probably more than any of the others. Well, I know I've been through this more than any of the others. 32% Portugal, 32% the draw. Now, 36% Germany. There's a bit in Portugal, there's a bit in the draw, there's nothing in Germany, but they're top rated. Now, I think the draw is a massive, massive runner here. I think the draw is value. The draw has been heavily backed. It's holding up at 12-5 with a couple of bookmakers at the moment, but it's been well backed. Bookmakers probably won't tell you this, they've shortened it up, but it has been well backed, the draw. And I think at 12-5 with 0.3 in it, there's enough in it for us to get involved, and that is going to be one of the bets. So I'll give you the reasoning behind it. Germany, I think it's a game they can't afford to lose. They don't lose this game. I think if they lose this game, then they're going to be out. Even if they beat Hungary, 3 points will not be enough to see them through. And I think the same thing can be said of Portugal. They've already beaten Hungary. I think if they lose this game, then they're going to have to get something from the French in the last game to go through. And you don't want to be doing that. So I think both teams will approach this game and both be happy with a point, because obviously I do expect Germany to beat Hungary, and then both of those will have 4 points, and Portugal will have 4 points going into the France game. So I think, as I say, the draw, there's enough in it to warrant me getting involved. There's been plenty of money for the draw over the last 24 hours. And it certainly is a big runner. I don't like backing draws because I think you look at a game with a negative mindset. But I think in a situation like this, when you can make a really, really strong case for the draw, I think it has to be backed. And I think there's enough in it, like I say, to warrant involvement. Spain-Poland, it's ridiculous, isn't it? The price on Spain, the same price as France, but they've got a 10% chance less winning than France have. But I do expect Spain to win this game. 22% the draw. There's a bit in the draw, and obviously there's a bit in Poland. But again, 16% and 22% really isn't enough. You see, when you compare it to the draw here, this is almost where I would have started the games when I started these out. As I said before, everything gets started with a 33% chance, and we add and take away. So that's value. And this, I think Spain will win. It's as simple as that, going back to that game. I know we got off track a bit there, but I do expect Spain to win. There's nothing in the price. I'm going to have a bet in the game. And I think Poland, they like to play the ball through. I don't think they're going to be able to do that against Spain. I think Spain, as we know, are very, very good on the ball. They dominate possession in matches. They don't always do an awful lot with it. And as I said the other day, I thought they were quite impotent up front. But Sweden, again, I've watched him today. It's a terrible, terrible watching Sweden. But they know how to defend. And I think that Poland, having lost the first game, they're not going to be in that position to sit back, and they're going to have to try to get forward. And I think that will play into Spain's hand. And I do think Spain will win this game. It's not a bet. I've got a bet in the game. We'll come to that. But as I say, the price is appalling. It should be 4-6, but we're getting 100-30 on. It's half of what it should be. So I'm not gonna get involved in an outright bet on Spain. But if you wanted to put it in there as a double up with somebody, don't let me put you off, because as I say, Spain will win. Right, Sunday. Let's go on to Sunday. Italy, Wales. 70% Italy, should be 2-5. We're getting 4-9. I think the bookmakers still have not cottoned on to Italy. They're still underrating them. Regardless of what we've seen, I think it's an error, and they've paid dividends for us already, Italy, and I think they'll beat Wales Sunday. I think, Wales, I'm not going to say they were lucky against Turkey. They deserve to win the game, but they'll have nowhere near the chances against Italy. And it wouldn't surprise me if both teams rested a few players. And I think Wales in particular, I think will not want a hard game. So I think that, there could be 1 or 2 players rested. And I think if Italy rests 1 or 2, I still think they'll be far too good. Simple as that. Nothing in the draw, nothing in Wales. Italy, there's value in Italy. I'm not going to back it. I'm not going to go in at 2-5, but there is bets in the game. This is probably the most interesting game of the weekend. It'll probably be the most boring game as well. But I think Switzerland have got to win. It's that simple. It's last chance saloon for them. Turkey have lost both games. I think even if Turkey win, it's not going to be enough to get them through. Switzerland took a point against Wales, and they need to win. And I don't think I've overrated Switzerland. I went through this game again 3 times because I thought that, how could I give Switzerland a rating of 60? But with all things considered, and when I compare the 2 teams man for man, I think Switzerland are a better side than Turkey, and having to win, and obviously the performances against Wales from the 2 teams, and going through the manager, etc., the normal rigmarole of coming up with these figures. Switzerland should be 4-6. They're 3-4. We're getting 0.09. It's not the best, but we're betting a team that's got value in, that has to win. It's that simple, and I do expect them to win. I think it will be ugly. It might be 1-0, something like that, but I do expect Switzerland to win. There's nothing in the draw. There's nothing in Turkey. Let's have a look at the bets. There's plenty of them this weekend because, like I say, I do think there's a bit of value about. France to win to nil, 1.10-11 with Betfred. I think that should be around 4-5, 3-4. There's not a lot in it, but there's a bit, and I do expect it to happen. Portugal, Germany, as I said, the draw, 1.12-5 with Sky Bet. If you're backing that, you do need to crack on, because that price has shortened across the board. It's sort of 9-4, a little bit less in places, and the money is coming for the draw, and I do know that firsthand. As I say, one of the independents I work for, they've had inquiries about the draw all day, and I know that in the industry there's been plenty of money for the draw. So if you're back in the draw, Sky Bet's a place to go. Take the 12-5. I don't think it'll be that price tomorrow. I could be wrong. Spain to win to nil, 1.21-20 with Hills. Again, I think that, as I just said, I think Poland have got to play it through and rely a lot on Lewandowski to score the goals. He's not got the pace anymore, and they're not going to see a lot of the ball. I don't think Poland are capable of scoring, and I expect Spain to win this game, and I expect Spain to win this game to nil. I'm going to do a bet what served us well the other night. France and Italy in a double. I don't see any other results than France winning and Italy winning. 1.5 points, evens with Betfred. And when I do a double, I have to get evens. Okay, that is my cut-off point for doing doubles. If I, you've got to draw a line under stuff when you're betting, and if I 2 teams which I think will win, if I can't get even money, I'm not interested. Okay, it's, you could have 2 biggest certs there is, but I have to get even money. I think even money has to be the call when you're backing doubles. Obviously, I mean, we always want more, don't we? If we could have 2-2-1 shots and stuff, but when we're looking at sides which are extremely highly rated, both at around 70%, the double looks a real good thing, and evens is a fair price with Betfred, 1.5 points. I think it's a good bet. Italy to win to nil. Again, this served us well the other night. I think it will be the case again against Wales, because I don't think Wales will have anything like the amount of joy they had against Turkey. Italy and Turkey, there's a country mile between those sides. Italy will win the game against Wales, and I would expect them to win to nil and win the group without conceding a goal. Final bet, Switzerland to beat Turkey, 1 point at 3-4 with Betfair Sportsbook. I'm still trying to get my head around this, that we're back in Switzerland at odds on, but we are. As I say, I try not to have too much personal involvement in betting, and I try not to make decisions that my methods that I use make the decisions for me. I try not to have too much personal involvement. I had personal involvement in that game yesterday, didn't I, in the Belgium-Denmark game, when it clearly told me it was a 2-point win bet, and we could have doubled that, but it wasn't to be. But those are the bets I'm having. Yesterday, as I say, we had the Belgium to beat Denmark. I wouldn't have been happy had I had 2 points on after the first 20 minutes of the game, I will say that. But it won for us. Croatia to beat Czech Republic. Again, we've been done by another unlucky incident. When I look at the bets, we've had the Belgium-Denmark game, we had the Christian Eriksen incident. We had the red card go against us in a Poland-Slovakia game. And we've had the Czechs get an absolutely ridiculous penalty. But as I said at the time, I did wonder whether I'd overrated Croatia, and I think that probably is the case. I still expect Croatia to get through. The Czechs will go through with 4 points. England will win the group, and I think that Croatia will beat Scotland. But again, I think that could be a struggle for Croatia, so it's not a game I've looked at, and I've got no idea of the prices. I never look at the prices before I price a match up. So I price that Croatia-Scotland game up and see what we can get. 3.97 points up, 10 bets, 6 winners, 60%, profit 3.97, profit on investment 28.36. If the tournament ended now, I'd be very, very happy, because I said at the start, if we can come out with 4, 5 points, whatever it is, over a 4-week period, that's enough for me. A point a week, that's all you need in betting terms. If you're backing the right stuff, you're backing it with the right bank, 1 point a week is more than enough. So it's a busy weekend for us, 6 bets. I think it's going to be a good weekend. It could be a very good weekend for us. So I will be back Sunday, 7 p.m, around 7 p.m, and we will look forward to the games next week. Fingers crossed we're lucky. Speak to you Sunday. Bye for now.